So what we want to do is then now take you to the way that we developed our characters and the different races of Norrath. So we started out looking for something of a more heroic fantasy look this time around. We wanted to make sure that we had a kind of a rough and tumble look. We wanted to have a real dynamic kind of movement system, and we wanted people to feel natural when they were being acrobatic and showing wear on armor and things like that. So the look we started to nail down was this kind of thing. So as we started out, oops, screwed up my own stuff. So anyway, we started out looking at the humans and looking at the way that they were shaped and the way that their armor stuff was, so that we had more of that rough and tumble look. And then we decided to take that and to extrapolate it through all the different other races of Norrath. The first one that we looked at was the dwarves, and since I've already kind of screwed that up, we'll go ahead and show that to you. So the dwarves are very robust, very stern, occasionally surly, but lots of character. And then when we got around to doing the elves, we wanted to make sure that they were kind of the almost diametric opposite, so that they were an extremely beautiful race. And this is the way the elves look in a game now. We wanted to make sure that dark elves had their own look, very distinctive, and so we gave them some really deep lore also, which we'll talk about more in the panels. And this is the way dark elves look in the game. And then we gave a huge facelift to a couple of other races that you're familiar with. We wanted to make sure that the ogres were a lot more intelligent this time around, more organized, much more militaristic. And so that's the ogres. And then I'm only going to show one more race for right now, but I wanted to show you the way the Karens have been remade. Some of you have seen, of course, the Gabor painting, but this is the way that the more lionish Karens look inside the game now. And you'll see that in action in a few minutes. So then we wrapped around back to the humans again, and we finalized the look and feel of the way that their features were. Because one of the things that we wanted to do was make sure that this was a really robust role-playing game. That the people that like to do machinima or messing around with their friends and having fun and telling jokes and stuff like that could show that expressiveness on their face. So we took care to exaggerate a couple of the features that would allow you to see that kind of expressiveness even at a distance. The eyes, the mouth, they're exaggerated just slightly. And when you trigger manual emotes or use SO emote, you get this kind of expressiveness range inside the game. Now, not everybody is familiar with SO emote because it's only in EQ2 right now. But SO emote, just to recap for everybody, is this really cool tech we have where you can have your webcam on your monitor, and as it faces your face and you move your face in real time, so does the character's face move inside the game. And that kind of effect, whether you're triggering manual emotes or using SO emote, it looks like this. And I think you'll see that expressiveness like this just does not exist in any other game. There you go. Okay, so that's the way our faces looked, and that's the way that our characters looked, but we needed to make sure that you had lots of good gear, lots of great ways to express the way that you want to look. So in EverQuest Next, the way that you look is entirely under your control. If you decide that what you want is a chainmail bikini, then that's what you can wear. If you want full plate or you want really cool clothes, that's what you can wear also. So we have developed a system by which we could create all kinds of stuff at a really rapid rate and at a very high detail level. We think that we like where that's going. And when you take that kind of detail level and you combine it with cloth and hair movements, you get this kind of effect and the characters start to really come to life. So let's see those characters in game. Now what I'm about to show you is the first time anybody has seen these characters in game. So we'll start with the human female. And she's a wizard, so we gave her a name because we don't like calling her the human female all the time. So this is Jelena in Ashfang. And then we played a few emotes so that you could see what she looked like when she was actually doing those facial expressions. We really like the way that's looking. We also wanted to show you the Karen male. And this is, of course, we gave him a name. This is Kishar. Karens have some pretty cool emotes. This is my favorite. Oh yeah. So that's the way our characters look in game. Now we wanted to make sure that when you're moving around from point A to point B in the world, that it was a really fun experience. I mean, we do a lot of walking in these games because we're exploring all the time. So we wanted to make sure that that was a really, really exciting experience for you. So what we're doing is we're adding a parkour-like, what we call heroic movement system into the game. And that means that as you're moving through the world and you encounter a low obstacle, you can just sort of vault over the top of it without any effort, or slide down a hill, or be able to jump up and grab a ledge and pull yourself up, or rough and tumble off the top, maybe even a double jump in the air. And I don't want to just tell you about that, I want to actually show you. So let's revisit Jelena and Kishar as they go through the canyons of Ashfang. So there's that slide. She does a little double jump in the air. Here's that vault. You don't have to push any extra buttons for that. It just happens when you encounter them, so does the slide. Now, a lot of the different classes have special abilities that can be triggered. The wizard has a teleport ability. And the warrior can leap. All the different classes have different abilities. You can also gain items that allow you to have cool movement systems. This is the boots of the Zephyr, which allow them to glide through the air. Little flash. Watch the Karen now. That's his sprint. So we really like where the characters are looking. The way the world looks, the way the characters look, the special effects, all of that stuff, that's all coming along really well. We're very happy with where it is. But none of those things are what make this game different than any other game you've ever played before. We have this set of things that I call Holy Grails. And these are things that we have always wanted to put into a virtual world, an MMO. And, well, you know, there's lots of reasons why we didn't do these things: lack of resources, lack of time, maybe lack of intestinal fortitude. Whatever it was, we never got around to putting these things in.